Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay, date is 27th June 2023. Time right now is 23:06. That is 11:06. Okay, decided I would give you my thoughts on a couple of world news headlines. Okay, because some of you in my WhatsApp groups have been asking me, what do you think of the Russia's, thing, Putin versus that other guy, that mercenary, is Putin finished? Then people are asking me about my thoughts about White House and Modi, and another one was Bud Light and the Canadian Pride thing, and Barack Obama, it seems apparently, was lecturing India about Muslim rights. And finally, the fire that took place in UAE, the tower. Okay. So what I decided is, okay, I'll just browse through all the headlines and I'll give my thoughts, and feel free to share your thoughts as well. Yeah, before I do start, some of you were asking me, I don't know, I found it a rather weird question. Am I working during Eid? For me, I work. I work. Being an ex-Christian, even if there are Christian holidays, even if there is New Year, even if there is Eid or Diwali or anything, for me, work is work. So personal branding and all the other stuff, resume, rebrand, jobs in UAE, everything goes as per normal. So yes. And one of them did suggest a good idea that during my videos, it's good to mention anything related to my work also. I'll consider that. So let me know. Do you think that is a good idea that I give? Maybe, I don't know, special offers? Not special, but this is what I do also. Anyway, so let's quickly move on. The first one is this is from Hindustan Times. I don't know if you can see the screen. White House reacts to online harassment of Wall Street Journal reporter who questioned Prime Minister Modi on human rights. So apparently what happened was this, female of Indian origin, she sounds like she's Indian, Sabrina Siddiqui, she questioned Joe Biden and India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 22nd of June. And she asked about the Muslim rights. And it seems that no sooner that she asked, after that, I think in Twitter and all that, she started getting blasted. And this is the problem with our Indians. Our Indians, if you criticize anything about India, or you criticize Modi or the BJP or anything, instead of engaging in a debate, they like to get personal. They either target your family, they target you personally, they target your integrity, your character. They try to, I don't know why. Like, for example, even with me, there are times where I praise Narendra Modi. Like, for example, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has gone to USA, and I think that's a good thing for India. So when I praise him, the BJP supporters, the Hindu supporters, or the people who support Prime Minister Narendra Modi are very happy. Okay. But the minute I criticize anything about Modi or about India, let's say there's a rape case or corruption or anything, then the very same guys will be like, that is why you married, and they'll talk about my wife. They'll even target my little daughter, a 4-year-old, how much for one night? That's the kind of response. Now, obviously, I know that you'll say, oh, all the Indians are not like that. Yes, all the Indians are not like that, but the few are there who can really cause a ruckus. Like, I always give this example. It didn't take a whole nation to bring the two towers down. It just took a handful number of people to crash. In fact, it took only maybe one guy with a gun to hijack the plane. So one person can do a lot of damage. We don't need the entire nation for it. So the point here is, if a reporter is doing her job, okay, agreed, she's asking questions which are not very favorable towards the image of Prime Minister Modi. That does not mean you take her personal details and attack her personally. I am totally against it. A person can criticize my opinions in a respectful manner. I will respond back. There are many people who disagree with a lot of things I have to say online, and you can see their comments. And if they do disagree with me respectfully, I respond respectfully. But if they say, "Hey, you piece of shit, what the hell do you know, you tattooed looking baboon face and all that," then I give it to them. Then whether it's their religion, whether it's their mother, whether it's anything, give it to them. I straight away ask them, "Your mother forgot to teach you manners, my friend. So, and what am I saying wrong? Your upbringing is totally rotten." So this is one thing which I would say is a shame. And White House condemns online harassment of journalists who ask Modi question on human rights. Okay. But like I say, there is no politician who's perfect, and there is no, whether it's India, whether it's Pakistan, whether it's USA, there's no country in this world who can say we have a clean record. Okay. Following that, let's move on to Putin. Okay, so there was a little bit of drama between Putin and Wagner Group. So this guy, what's his name? Yevgeny Prigozhin. Okay, so this guy who is the boss of this Wagner Group, apparently, it seems, this is as far as whatever I've read, he decided to march to Moscow, and he was not very happy with how Russia's military was doing things. Some say that he was trying to uh, invade Russia. Some said that he was trying to protest. Uh, then there was the part where Putin said that this is treason. And then finally, common sense prevailed. And like that guy said, I don't want bloodshed. And the president of Belarus stepped in, and they said, I'll give you safe passage. You can come here. Nobody is going to condemn you. Nobody is going to persecute you. But yeah, I would say that Putin was very stressed out. Putin was really stressed out. You could clearly make out of all the times I've seen Putin, and I study intricate details. I could say this was the first time I really saw Putin stressed out. And it's a good thing that everything sorted out well. But remember this much: online media will always portray Putin in a negative light. They'll always say, oh, he's finished, oh, he's doomed, and all that. I personally don't think that Putin is going to fall, or Putin is going to lose so easily. It is not that easy. He's the type of guy who, until the last minute, last second, he is going to hold. And if he knows he's going to die, he's going to press a button and ensure that if I die, you all die with me. It's like, some of those action movies. So, but remember this much: Putin is doing it for his country. He's not a bad guy. The Western media likes to portray him as a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. Okay. The Western media always portrays anyone like Iran is bad, Afghanistan is bad, Venezuela is bad, Russia is bad, China is bad, only US is good, only Europe is good, UK is good. So if you're my ally, you're good. If you stand up for yourself, you're bad. That's bull, man. Come on. Okay, so I would still say that Putin is holding on strong, but he is definitely stressed out. What do you think? You can let me know. And you are asking me about this guy. I really do not know much about him. I would know as much as you would do if you would have a Wikipedia page or read something about him. But I can definitely say that it was a very challenging time for Putin. Okay, and he really sorted this out quickly. Others, it would have been a massive bloodbath. Okay, so that's with Russia. Then moving on to the other one, that is the UAE bid news. Let me go on here. Okay, so if you actually see, let me move this one. This fire that took place. Okay, this fire that took place. Let me first show you the fire. This is the Modi something. Okay. This fire that took place in this residential building destroyed 64 apartments and 10 vehicles. Okay. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. But if you actually look at this video and you can see the fire, let me let me put it on mute, man. 1 second. Where's Instagram? Instagram is here. Yeah. Okay. So you can see the fire. You can see the fire that, see, to give you a context, for those of you who do not know, because I lived in UAE all these years, I do know this. All the buildings that were there in UAE during the property boom, they really wanted to make sure that these buildings were constructed very fast and what do you call that? They would be done within the cost. The clients were, one second, what is this? Some error. Okay, shut down. Okay. The clients were making sure that, um, they would squeeze the contractor, they would squeeze the suppliers, and they wanted the building to complete within time, but at a very lower cost. Now, the contractor, on the other hand, obviously he has to make money. So he would be like, okay, your budget is 1 million, you're paying me less. So he would try to squeeze the vendors. And the vendors, what they would do, the suppliers, they would try to give cheap material. So one of the materials that they used that was used for cladding was highly flammable, inflammable or flammable, whatever you call that. And it so happened that, if you see the buildings, and especially in Dubai and Sharjah, they are very shiny. They have this shiny glass or whatever. But those had material that was very flammable. And when I was staying in UAE, this was, I was 36, so 10 years ago. I remember the building next to my building. I was staying in Al Majaz area. Um, and there was this big tower that caught fire. And it caught fire because somebody smoked a cigarette and threw it down, and it fell to another balcony. And it just, I don't know, clothes or something caught fire, and then immediately the cladding caught fire, and the whole thing caught fire in seconds. Okay, it's highly flammable. So then later on, it started happening very frequently. And in fact, if you Google search, the Address Hotel in Dubai caught fire during New Year, just few more hours before the New Year, next to Burj Khalifa. And that embarrassed Sheikh Mohammed so badly. It was so, it's very bad publicity for UAE because they are talking of safety, they are talking of safety of your investment and all that. He made it a decree that all these buildings in Dubai, because obviously Dubai is his jurisdiction, the cladding has to be changed. New safety measures were introduced, and strict supervision was conducted to make sure that these buildings were in line with international standards, and any building that used this kind of cheap material, they would be punished, imprisonment, whatever. And they took it very seriously. And I think after that, they started introducing these new laws to Sharjah and Ajman and all that. But the problem is, many of the buildings in Sharjah and Ajman already have this kind of material. Buildings have already been constructed, and there's nothing you can do about it. I personally, you would not believe, because of my library of books and my studio in house, I used to always think that if it catches fire, man, everything is destroyed. And these 64 families who are there, they have lost everything. If their houses caught fire, and there have been stories about passport, jewelry, electronic items, everything. It costs a lot of money, because they stay there for maybe 10 years, 15 years. They lose everything. And they might be offered accommodation for 1 day, 2 day, 1 week maximum. After that, they are asked to leave. So it's terrible for these 64 families. Seriously, it's terrible. And um, ah, people can only say we offer you thoughts and prayers, but it's bad, man. They have lost everything. And if you look at the buildings and the photographs, they are nothing but, it's completely burnt out. So my sympathy and my sadness goes out to them. It's a good thing that the Ajman police or Ajman Fire Brigade, they did their job. But then again, the damage has already been done. So if any one of you is living in any of these high-rise towers, please, you better run away. Okay, let me cover this one. The next one. This was a good viral meme. It seems Prime Minister Modi said, I'll be in Bhopal tomorrow to flag off 5 one-day Bharat trains at Rani Kamal Appati railway station. Okay. And this guy, actor Prakash Raj, I don't know who's he, but he says a station master can do the flag off, whatever. We really want to see you in Manipur. And for those of you who know what is happening in India right now, there's some, I don't know, chaos or craziness that is happening in Manipur because they allotted extra seats for some special castes and all that. And it's a disaster zone. I really, I mean, I really feel Prime Minister Modi should address this issue being a leader. But then again, I guess he has multiple things on his agenda and he doesn't want to indulge in something that is controversial. Anyway, so next one, let me see. Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. We all know for a fact Hunter Biden, and we've seen it on Joe Rogan's podcast, and this guy is not only into drugs and some videos even show him with underage girls, which I'm not too sure whether it's true or false. He's into women. I've seen some of those adult videos, and I don't know whether it's true or false or deep fake, but he has a lot of issues in his life. He's lucky that his father is protecting his ass. But here's the funny thing. I mean, because he's Biden's son, he's getting away with so much and nobody can touch him. But on the other hand, it's like if you are someone else, you'll be crucified. Now, here's another funny thing to think about. Donald Trump has been, he's getting case after case that he has secret documents that he was not supposed to take home. But Biden also has the same. So why are you vilifying Donald Trump, but it's okay with Joe Biden? So I see these double standards and it drives you sick to the stomach and you really don't know who to believe, who to trust. It's the whole political arena is corrupt. Yeah. All of them are corrupt and it's one crook versus another. Anyway, next one is Bud Light. I really do not understand what the hell is wrong with this company. And someone really needs to get their brains fixed. So Bud Light sponsored the Toronto Pride Festival. Now, this Pride thing, I don't seem to understand. LGBTQ. Like, they had this Pride thing. Okay, fine. You want to be proud about being gay or being transgender and all. But what sense does it make when you're showing nudity or you're putting a sexy dress or a thong and you're flashing your tits or you're flashing your private parts? And that also when children are there. What kind of, what is this? And then you're saying, oh, you're judging us. Like, if you actually see this Daily Mail, just Google search Daily Mail online, Bud Light, Pride, Canada. You'll see these videos where these ladies are just covered their nipple and they are naked and they're like, see, this is censored. But all these are men. These are 40, 50, 60-year-old men walking naked where small children are there. I mean, is this appropriate by any standards? What is this? How can you say that this is okay? I really don't seem to understand. Where is the common sense? I mean, what is this? I don't know. And then they say, oh, we are not sexualizing your children. But if you actually see the books and you see some of the videos on TikTok and Instagram, they are explicitly talking about oral sex and all that between two guys or two girls and small children. And some of these videos I've seen, actual drag queens or trans, I don't know, men or women, whatever, they are twerking in front of small children. What are you doing here? Honestly speaking, I'm like, good, this is USA, do what you want. This is Europe, this is Canada. I'm happy for you. I'll protect my family. You can do whatever you want and destroy your own country, your own values, your own. Because I'll tell you this chopping of breasts, this cutting and trying to take tests, it has long-term repercussions, long-term. And you can just Google search some of these videos. I'll tell you, see, being an ex-steroid user, I'm telling you this, you can't continue taking the steroid and hormonal injections or tablets. You will stop. You'll get fed up of it one day. I just taking my vitamins and minerals, I get fed up. Your body cannot hold it. And the day your body can't handle it, your decline will start so badly and then you'll not have the money. It's a very expensive and irreversible thing, which I guess Americans and Europeans and Canadians, they are lying in front of, they're taking the oath and lying openly. I don't know, where are their values? It's a very strange thing. Anyway, and last but not the least, this guy, trans man, this is actually a lady. Okay, this was a biological lady, decided to become a trans man. Fine. Okay, no issues. That's your body, whatever you want to do. Grown a beard, hair all over, showing the stomach. Okay, you feel very happy looking like a man, and then you give birth to a baby. I just ask myself, mentally and emotionally, you're not well. You're trying to be what you're not. You're trying to take injections and all this. What upbringing would you give a small child? I'm not saying you're a bad person. Maybe your heart is in the right place. But when you are emotionally and psychologically not in a good place, where you need surgeries to feel good, where you need injections and drugs to feel good, how will you guide a small life? And I really sometimes think these children, no, what are they? Imagine a child coming and having this kind of a parent where they were a man and now they're taking hormones or injection to become a woman. And anyway, I guess it's their life, their body, and they feel happy about it. And the West is, you have to even call them by their what preferred pronouns. The more importance is given to that rather than focusing on things that really matter. I'm offended. My pronouns are important. Okay. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know if there are other news updates that you'd want my opinion. And as I conclude, just let me know that two things. One is, do you like me giving you a nutshell, my opinion of various news headlines that are there? I can do it maybe once a week or so. And another thing is, once a while, for me to inform you guys about the services that I provide. Maybe someone doesn't know what I do. What do you think of those two ideas? So let me know what you think. And do share with me if there's anything you wish, for me to share my opinion on. Having said that, good, bad, ugly, put your comments and thoughts down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.